A two-day visit by Mélanie Joly, Minister of Tourism, brought funding announcements that recognize the link between tourism and the local wine and craft beer industries.
This is an economic success. I was looking at the figures. 13 million tourists come to the region every year. It's time that at the federal level, we stop snobbing tourism and we invest in our people, and that's exactly what we're doing today.
Among those receiving funding today were the grape growers of Ontario, who will receive up to $250,000 to help host the International Cool Climate Wine Symposium in 2020.
It's a partnership we're doing with Brock University. It's the first time in Canadian history we've been able to host this event in Canada. And it will bring together people who grow grapes and make wine from cool climates around the world. So it's a chance for us to showcase the best that we have in Canada. It will bring together all of our other grape growing regions across Canada, Niagara being the largest.
Were you surprised, Debbie?
Yes, we were. It was a very short turnaround time from the grant opportunity announcement to when we had to hand it in. But working very closely, led by the Grape Growers of Ontario, Brock worked with them and our additional partners to put together the application and really state our case about how this funding would elevate the recognition of the Canadian wine industry, and specifically here the Ontario wine industry on the world stage.
A new website called Go Sip Niagara will also receive funding. The City of St. Catharines website is dedicated to promoting the region's craft food and beverage industry.
We are going to take a concept that we are already working with, which is the Niagara Ale Trail, and expand it to include other craft products such as spirits and ciders. It allows us to open the door to a lot more partnerships and make it a truly pan-regional experience for the consumer to be able to come to Niagara and know the products that we have, the experiences that we have, the stories that we have.
Okay, well, so how are you feeling? Are you excited about this?
We're very excited about this. This is a wonderful opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity to work with the FedDev people, to meet Minister Joly, and to be able to take this project and expand it to other partners and create additional relationships.
Niagara's first and only beer festival, Sourpalooza, also received funding at today's announcement.
For our beer festival, it'll have a tremendous impact and really allow us to take Sourpalooza to the next level. We're thrilled to be opening up a fourth session for this year's event, which is on September 7th, and to do a bunch of fun add-ons to the festival for this year, as well as tons of ideas for next year, because with the funding we received was over the 2-year period.
What is Sourpalooza?
Sourpalooza is a beer festival focused on sour beer. So sour beer is a very unique style of beer that's barrel-aged, that has a tart, very refreshing flavor characteristic to it. It's a small but very fast-growing category that we've seen in the U.S. in the last year has exploded by more than 40%, and Canada hasn't quite jumped on that growth trajectory yet, but we're hoping with our Sour Beer Festival we can really highlight this delicious, amazing beer, invite consumers in to try a whole bunch of great producers, and fall in love with the category the way we have.
For the government, this part of the country and the tourism sector is important. And we know that other countries in the world are trying to reap the benefits from tourism. And in Canada, we have to do more. We used to be a top 10 destination in the world. Now we're at 18th, at the 18th rank. And we need to go back to being a top 10 destination, and these investments will definitely help to move the needle in the right direction.
Minister Joly says this funding will not just benefit tourists, but will lead to job creation here in the Niagara region. I'm Brenda Schultz, reporting for The Source.